Okay, good day, everyone. Yeah, today I'm going to talk about social engineering, and what prompted me want to talk about it is because I heard that Uber was hacked, and it was shocking to know that the way they hacked Uber was through social engineering. In the course of my learnings of cybersecurity, I got in touch with social engineering, and I found it very interesting. Normal day life, normal living life, those are things that we do when we were younger, when we play with ourselves. Some of the things that we do to trick ourselves to get something from one another are what social engineering is all about. So today I wanted to talk about it, and I feel like it's going to be a nice idea to share my knowledge about social engineering. So, what is social engineering? That was used to hack almighty Uber. So social engineering is the manipulation of people into performing action or divulging confidential information. What simply this is saying is that whatever way you can use to trick someone to get something from them, something you don't deserve, something that you is not your own, most especially. In cyber world, we or cyber security world, there are so many ways that people trick people to get some things from them. They steal data, they steal people financial information, and all of that. So social engineering is one of the ways that I don't know what those guys have been able to do with Uber when they hacked them, but then I heard that it was through social engineering. So social engineering, they had ways of social engineering. One of the common type of social engineering is pretexting. Pretexting is all about somebody pretending to be what they are not. Somebody coming to you to say that, or what's especially in Nigeria, one of the things that a lot of people have come to realize, or where one of the ways that people have been tricked is by pretexting. And common way they do this pretense is by pretending that they are calling from their banks and telling them that they're having issue with their accounts and start asking for information. They are masquerading themselves as if they are bank staff. And those are the things that they have been able to do. A lot of people have fell into this, but then pretexting is one of them. This is when an attacker call an individual and lie to them in attempt to gain access to privileged data. So this is very, very common. It still exists. A lot of people still fall into it. So you need to be very careful when you receive call from someone asking you for sensitive information like your password, like your account information, and all of that. What the person is trying to do is what we know in cybersecurity as social engineering, and the type that they are trying to use is pretexting. Another one is tailgating. This one was so funny to me when I was learning cybersecurity, and the name itself, tailgating, what it means is that it tells you to gate crash where they are not privileged to, where they are not supposed to, where they are not authorized to. For instance, server room, somebody want to go to in bank, they have their vault, and somebody we also always have the key to the vault, and somebody can say, because I'm your friend, I can follow you there, you have to trust me as a friend. What that friend is doing is tailgating. It's not allowed to access that vault. So you have to be careful when somebody is trying to be friendly with you and following you about to the extent of want to follow you to a very restricted area. So what the person is doing in social engineering is what we call tailgating. Another one is something for something. It is called quid pro quo. This is when somebody is trying to offer you something for something to get information. Like somebody is saying, if you can give me this information, this is what I'm going to give you. This is still very common. That is why cybersecurity is not for greedy people. And in tech, you don't have to be greedy. If you are greedy, you will fall into this kind of trap. So social engineering type is what we call Q, something for something. Somebody is promising you that they are going to do this. In other words, what they are trying to do, they are using social engineering to gain access to privileged information from you. So we don't know how the type they use for Uber, but then Uber was hacked by using social engineering. And this social engineering are always between human being. And that is why in cybersecurity we say the weakest link is human. So as human, not necessarily if you're an expert in cybersecurity, these are things that you need to understand. These are things that you need to be taking cognizance of when you are doing your job. So talking about social engineering, there are tactics to watch out for. Knowing the red flag that can help you, these guys are not resting. They are always there. They want to do something. Maybe one of the red flag that you should always be careful of is when your friend send you a strange message. You receive a strange message claiming to be your friend. The best thing you can do at that time is to put call to that your friend and ask if the message is coming from them. And one of the things that you will sound like a red flag in that message when somebody is asking you for privileged information. Another one, your emotion are heightened. When you are find yourself in a situation whereby maybe you are distressed and somebody is trying to be helpful, you need to be very careful if it's somebody that you don't know. That should be a red flag. The request is urgent. Maybe somebody like call you and start telling you that they need so for information from your office or from your bank, and you need to provide it as soon as possible. These are information that can wait. So you need to know that this is one of the red flag. This one you win $1 million. This is one of the social engineering that I am almost fell into. One time like that, a friend of mine, we went to the cyber cafe and checking his email, he just called me that somebody sent him email that he has won a lottery. The first question I asked him is that, did you play any lottery? He said he can never remember of any. But then we are so excited this could be true. So we put call through to that number that was stated in the email, and the person was responding to us. But luckily for us, we got along the line, we got somebody telling us same thing. Now that's when we now started feeling like this could be this spammer, this cyber secure, this cyber thief. Another one is when you receive help you didn't ask for. Somebody is just trying to help you when you don't even ask or request for that help, or the sender can't prove the identity. When you ask people who are you and you see that the person is beating around the bush. So social engineering, all in all, is one aspect of the cybersecurity that every human, everyone that work on the internet need to know a bit of it and be very careful when you are dealing with strangers so that you will not fall the prey of these cyber attackers. Thank you for listening.